Hi, baddies! Welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. I hope all of you are doing really, really well, and it's so wonderful to have all of you here. If this is your first time to my channel, hello! I hope all of you will stick around. It's wonderful to have you. If you are a returning subscriber or member, it's always a joy to connect with your energy, and I deeply appreciate all of your investment of resources and time, the tips and donations, all of it. I deeply appreciate it, and especially when we can visit and hang out, and I'm looking forward to doing that very soon with you guys. So I didn't know what else to say. So, this pick a card is all about who or what is draining your energy. All right. As you see before you, there are three cards. Those are going to be your psychic linking objects. They're all Dracula inspired cards, obviously. And Spirit was like, yes, yes. And I was like, yes, yes. I will be pulling as I go today. I don't know if I said that. And I will insert a little video for those of you who may need a bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. Now, if you're drawn to more than one group, there may be more than one message here for you because oftentimes my readings can blend into one another a little bit. So just be aware of that. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop. Stepping up, don't
Hey Group 1, all of you that selected the Dracula Web, this is going to be your reading all about who is draining you, who or what, and what we can do about it, what you can do about it, all right? So I'm going to put your card right there and we're going to get into it. Now keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so let's find out who or what is draining your energy. So let's start with these archetype cards first. Okay, tell me who or what is draining my group 1's energy. Woo, it feels kind of like a trap with that web. It feels like a lot of stuff is going on around you. It feels overwhelming, like a takedown almost. Like on every level you feel drained. You may be tired. Of course, I think all my groups probably feel tired to a degree, but overly so. You may also have some health issues going on that you know about. I don't think they're hidden from you. Let's see these right here. We have hedonist. I'm going to read the shadow attributes. Hedonist pursues pleasures to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. Saboteur indulges self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Feels like you have a user about you. There's someone who's actively using your energy. I don't necessarily feel this as a hedonist, although it could be a hedonist who's out to sabotage you by, using your money for, bad decisions. Okay, you may have some of that going on as well. Let's get one more card here. That bottom card wants to come out. It came out reversed. We have addict. Let me see if I can. Okay, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over their inner spirit. So I feel like for some of you, like this is a pattern, a behavior in your life that is draining you. So for some of you, this is a person. This could be family, a family patterns acting through people where there is active user stuff going on, okay? Or this is a pattern from the past where they have used you, okay? This could be a pattern within yourself, a behavior that's draining you. And this is something that for some of you, you know you have to stop. For others, you're trying to stop. So there's a lot of different energy here with it. It's a net. There's a lot of different, look at all this horrifying, terrifying, screamy, scary. So we have four things in there, and then we got the face of Bela Lugosi and this little head on top. So there's a lot going on in your web. Okay, there's a lot of different energies. With these two skeletons here, I feel like generational stuff that's draining. And hey, trying to escape generational stuff, it can take generations. It's not easy. And if you're trying to do it all by yourself, which normally people are, because not many people are going to support you if you have a family pattern. They're just not. They're not going to support you. They're probably going to question why you're doing it. They're probably going to be jealous. Like you're going to get a whole lot of negative energy. Hence the drain, hence the draining feeling, hence like, no matter what I do, it's never good enough, or the criticism, the constant criticism of what you're doing. And this can be within yourself as well, like always feeling self-critical, always feeling like you're not perfect enough because you're trying to overcome all this, bullshit from your generations, from the patterns, from being used, or your own addictive behavior that came about because of the stuff you experienced from your family. So, it's rough. Group one, it's rough. This drain is rough. It's overreaching. And at times it's been scary. Probably as a child, this was a very scary situation. And probably not normal. Some of you guys, you have some emotional neglect going on. So while you're trying to do something about the pattern, you're being actively drained by your connections. Even if you've gotten away from them, they still manage to drain you from a distance, right? And I hear someone saying, but I cut the cord. Yes, I get that. But listen, when it's family, sometimes you got to cut that cord more than once. Okay. Sometimes you got to find a new way to cut the cord. Okay. It's easier said than done. All right. Because we're talking about deep levels of love. Sometimes you got to get help with it. Sometimes it's not a solitary thing. Sometimes we need help. Stuck. What or who is keeping you stuck? Living authentically is what gives life meaning. Be aware of your value. Remember to lean into what is important and to live honestly and truthfully. So there's something draining you that is old energy. And it's going to continue to keep draining you until you're willing to face it energetically, until you're willing to get real about where you are with it, okay? And listen, it's painful sometimes. This stuff is painful. But there's a truth here. There is an awareness here. There is, some of you guys may be in contact. This is an example of what I mean by stuck, what Spirit is trying to say by stuck. Okay, so you may be in a relationship with someone like in a family where there's generational stuff, okay, but you're trying to maintain a relationship, and this person is using you, but you can't see it because your love is blind. And spirit has been asking you to see something. Perhaps after they leave, after you stop talking to them, when you hang up the phone or text or whatever, you kind of feel kind of awful. And spirit is asking you to see why you feel awful. Perhaps this person is using you emotionally for their personal kind of dumping ground, emotional dump ground. And you're just not seeing it. And that's why every time they talk to you, they kind of dump on you. And then when you need to talk, you're alone. That is a usership relationship, and it's toxic. And it doesn't matter if it's family or friend or partner, it is destructive because it's not balanced. It's still in that generational stuff. This is just an example, okay? But it's the same kind of theme that spirit is getting to. There's something in your field, your energy around you, a truth that you need to see, that you are either unwilling to see or are stuck at just not seeing. Okay, let's find out some more about this energy. Tell me more about the stuck energy. Tell me more about this. I'm smelling perfume. I'm not wearing perfume, but I'm smelling this very strong perfume. This person may wear a very strong scent, cologne, or perfume. You may smell it before they enter the room, or they may leave it lingering. That could be you as well. We have guardians, and we have darkness. Let's find out some more. I feel like your spirit guides, your spirit team are trying to protect you from something. They're trying to help you kind of like get on down the road away from this draining energy, okay? And this is also part of like, it can be part of shadow work, part of a healing process, the letting go. For some of you, this may be an older woman that you're needing to just kind of let go of or get some space from. As well. Let's see, online, Insta, TikTok, Facebook. You may be talking to them online or like texting them. They may have your text. Maybe they've seen you online and they're judging you for it. Block once contact. It feels like for some of you, they may be upset that you have blocked perhaps other family members or friends. They're really upset about it. And, this may not be for all of you. Just take what resonates here. But it feels like someone's upset that you've either blocked other people or you've blocked them online. They can't see your stuff. And you've made boundaries. Either way this goes, like there's been I'm feeling boundaries have been established with this person. They don't realize like that's you actively giving to them. That's you actively like giving them some room, wiggle room. Because you have blocked other people for sure. That are involved in this situation. Now, there is the online thing. Some of them are upset that you blocked me online. For some of you, the people who you've blocked online are draining your energy. And they're doing it by talking about you, gossiping about you, about sitting. Oh God, it's bad. Like they sit around and talk about you like you are the star of the show. I really detest this so much. I cannot tell you how much this revolts me when I hear this about people, because there's so many more interesting things going on in the world to talk about other than talking petty ass bullshit on other people. You have so many more things going on in your life than to have to deal with this bullshit. Just think, if we all got on with our own business, just how powerful all of us could be. But instead, we have people who they're in their own trauma, they're in their own pettiness. This group is not willing to see like their own ego, like they have big egos. They're not willing to see their fault here. Like, it's your problem. Why are you so sensitive? We've always done it this way. Why are you being so different? Because you see how messed up this is. You see the generations of trauma. They've gotten used to it. They've gotten used to how messed up this is. You see the dysfunction and you want to change it. And so you make what? Boundaries. You make rules because you're healing and they're not. Their unhealed selves can't deal with it. Okay, we have forbidden. Oh, they hate that shit. They hate that shit. They hate that shit. Face. I really am feeling like with all these faces here, I'm really feeling like, first of all, I feel the fake ass shit here going on. Listen, whoever you're having contact with in this situation, they're draining you because they're being fake. And a lot of them are talking mad shit on you. And that's how they're draining you. And you feel it. You feel it energetically. You feel it because after you talk to them, you don't feel so great. They're not rooting for you. They're not clapping for you. Some of them don't want to see you succeed at all. They want to see you stuck. They don't wish good for you as long as you are not in the pod, the quad. How dare you do things differently? They don't see it as healing. They don't see it as making things better. They see it as you being sensitive and you making something out of nothing. It's a very small-minded way of looking at things. And they drain you by talking about you. They drain you when they interact with you because underneath it all, they're judging you. Underneath it all, they don't like this new you, this authentic you. And this energy drains you because they don't wish for your happiness. They wish for you to be back to the way you were. And that can never be. And the truth is, you have to be able to see this, even in people that you love. Because your love doesn't change the truth. And I got to tell you, I have been in this situation. And it is painful. It is so painful. It is so painful. And you guys may understand what I'm saying. But when you refuse to see the truth, you are not doing yourself or the other person a favor. When you are willing to see the truth, you release this person to their journey, just like you're released to yours. You're no longer holding them kind of in this state of dysfunction. They're no longer in that place of lingering in still being able to connect with you and also being able to hate and judge you at the same time. Be it blood relation. Listen, sometimes our biggest haters are our family. And it's just true. It's, you know, it's honest and it's sad. And it's sad that in society, when we admit these things, often we're made to look like, well, why are you trying to be different? Well, why are you trying to start trouble for? Well, no, it's not trouble, but we're going to fix this. We're going to fix the toxicity that's going on inside this family situation. We're not trying to put a Band-Aid on it. We're trying to make it better. How do we make it better? We stop being toxic with each other. And sometimes that takes space. Therapy, space, spirituality, getting to know yourself, being authentic, getting healthy, all those things. Self-care, 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 self-care. Lots of that. And time. These people do not understand this. And unfortunately, for someone who's on a healing journey and often in vulnerable spaces with that, because that's part of healing, is being vulnerable, you can often be taken advantage of emotionally because you still love people. Just because you're leveling up, just because you're healing, doesn't mean you still don't love people who are bad for you. It doesn't mean that you just kind of like, oh, I'm spiritually accelerated, so now I don't love people who are bad for me. No. Still have the same problems, still very human, just now aware that you're in denial. Aware that you got to come to terms with shit that's painful. The person causing your negativity is an air sign. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, perhaps. Palo Santo, smooth, spicy aroma clears out negative energies, instills calm and relaxation, fills your home with joy and harmony. Some of you guys, you need to spiritually cleanse your house, your things. And I'm going to say this, I say this often, but I stand by this 100%. If they've given you something, put it in a box with some salt, wrap it up with duct tape, and stick it in the back of your closet or your attic or your storage, whatever. Get it out of your immediate vicinity. You know, a lot of times we can't throw that stuff away. And I'm not telling you to throw it away, but I'm saying get it out of your energy. Clear your space. Maybe not Palo Santo, okay? But lemongrass is great. Dragon's blood is great, all right? Do a smoke smudge, all right? Or do a floor wash, or, there's all kinds of things. There's an old witch broom trick, okay? That really does work. There is clearing frequencies. You can do some Tibetan throat singing. You can play some of that. You can do some crystal bowls as well. There's all sorts of things you can do to cleanse your house. Now, here's the thing. You can do some kind of work with this. If you have to interact with this person or you're still interacting with this person, clear your energy before you talk to them, before you sit with them at supper or wherever. Okay? See how you feel after. Then clear your energy once again. Do this for a while and see what you observe. I think you'll find out a lot of things. Keep your energy clear. That is where you're going to find out information about this drain. Reach out to your spirits and ask them about this drain. I think deep down, I think you know. First of all, don't trust this person. Unexpected body welts, bruises, and scratches. Listen. If someone, first of all, get help. Okay? Get help if, seek out professional help if you need it. a counselor, a therapist. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. But I feel like there's a lot of heavy energy. And I feel like some of you may feel like you're the almost savior, like you want to save your family. You want to save them. You want to heal them. Listen, you cannot heal another person unless you're healing yourself. Okay? That's what makes a healer great. Is the ability for them to heal themselves, for the ability to be humble and heal themselves, and know that sometimes you can love someone and they can be so bad for you. And you got to let them go. Maybe just for a while. Maybe you got to get space so you can get yourself in a place where you're not being drained by them. And you have to figure out what that means for you. How can you turn the siphon off? This is generational family stuff. It's complicated. It's not as simple as just clearing your energy all the time, although that will help you tremendously. But this is not a magic cure thing. This is multiple layers of work to get clear of this energy. It takes time. But we can't be blind to people who are actively draining us, no matter how much they love us or say they do, or make us feel loved, in spite of maybe not really knowing what love is. And no matter how much we love them, because really that's what it's about. It feels good to love them. We're supposed to love them. We're supposed to support them. We are supposed to do these things. But what about when they're bad for us? What about when there's misuse? What about when they're taking advantage? What then? What do we do when they're being two-faced and they take us for money and they talk complete lies? And they're not there for us at all. What then? Well, my friend, what I'll tell you is you have to take care of yourself first. This is a hard truth. No matter what you do in life, you cannot give from an empty vessel. And you cannot give to people who actively parasite off your energy. And you can't live in denial of it, because you'll wake up in 20 years completely empty, with nothing and no one, because the parasites will not stick around. Eventually, they will deal you some cold, hard truth and show themselves, and you will be left alone with nothing. They'll leave when they have gotten everything they can out of you, and all that's left is to talk about you and betray you, because that's what parasites do. And sometimes parasites are our family, because it's generational. It's very sad. And, I understand. I really, really do. This is hard. But I feel like for you, getting clearing your energy, you may have to do some energy work, for several days, for a week, for a couple of weeks, to really get clear of this energy, to feel more grounded. Ground your energy, clear your energy, okay? Some of you guys are so enmeshed with this energy that it's going to take a while just to get it cleared, so you get some clarity. There's confusion, it feels like, with some of you. We have the 5 of Cups. The bottom here. No reversals. We have the World. The World is a vampire. We have the Four of Swords. I hear what? Do they have some more? I'm coming to get it. The Two of Swords. And the Nine of Wands. I feel your exhaustion. I feel it. The world is like Cthulhu. Chaotic. It's very chaotic energy. And there's a lot of regret here. There is a sense of needing to make a choice, knowing you need to make a choice, but feeling exhausted at the thought of what it's going to mean to make this choice. Knowing that we need to move on, but also aware that this shit can come back. That, oh, I'm reading this intuitively, okay, at this point. Oh, you thought I was gone. Like this stuff, like this person will haunt you. I feel that. Like this person isn't going to just, when you put down boundaries, this person isn't just going to be like, oh, okay. And maybe that's why some of you are still in their energy, because you're trying to put up boundaries and they're not letting you. And you're just like, I have tried so hard. I'm exhausted. I'm worn out. I'm battle worn. There has been this feels so, the Five of Cups here, it feels so deep. It just feels like I'm so tired of this. Every time I try to get distance, every time I do, that bitch comes back. What am I supposed to do? Well, you know, I'm not the kind of person that would tell you to go no contact, okay? But I will tell you that boundaries, you make boundaries that you are in complete conviction of keeping. And they will test your boundaries. Yes, they will. They will test your boundaries. Absolutely. So only make boundaries that you will enforce. And yes, they will try you. If you haven't done this yet, yeah, they're going to try you. They're going to try you. And they'll probably talk more on you. But you are going to need to keep your boundaries. And I know it's exhausting. I know it's not right that you have to do this. I know. I'm talking about the boundaries you've already put up. Keep those. Because some of you, this person is not doing it. And this is the hard part. It is. This is the hard part. And no one can do this for you. But also, this will stop the drain of your energy. And I know it's hard because you end up many times becoming the villain. And then they'll really talk about you. Here's a secret. In order to really grow, okay, in order to fully blossom and become your most authentic self, you have to start not giving a shit, okay? You have to start not caring. Like when you're holding your boundaries, when you're being your most authentic self, you have to understand there are people who will be triggered. There are people that will judge you. There will be people who you love who will not understand. And you will have to put up boundaries to maintain a healthy mind, a healthy life. Those who love you will understand. Those who are triggered by you won't. And they'll get like this. Those who mean to use you and not know what love is will absolutely stomp all over your boundaries. And in that, they are draining you. because you end up feeling like they didn't listen to me. When you don't feel listened to, what do you feel? Demeaned, like you don't matter, like you're invisible. You can even feel abandoned, especially if you have abandonment issues. Like no one's there, like hollow. Let me tell you something about boundaries. Boundaries can be very helpful if you have abandonment issues. They can also be a weapon. Now, there's also a kickback on it, but it's important that you stand in your power with this particular situation because it is draining you. And you need to be in a place of healing, a place of hope, because you got more going on in your life than this. You don't need this energetic drain. You deserve more in your life than such a thing. Let's pull a couple more cards here. Tell me more about my group one. So what happens when we let go of this energetic drain? When we plug it up, we disconnect from it. However we do this, getting clear or whatever. Count on my protection. First of all, you're going to be protected in the dark of night. Are you having bad dreams? And we have express or don't be around. And we have searching for the grail. It feels like releasing this kind of draining energy is going to help with your creativity. I think it's going to help you feel more safe. I also feel like you're going to get more in touch with your spirituality. Perhaps you have a darker sense of spirituality. Perhaps you're more connected with Nyx or the underworld here as well. Perhaps you have spirits around you, like Lilith or other spirits that you work with. I feel like your connection to them will get more strong, okay, because your energy isn't being drained. I feel like you can call on Lilith or Nyx to help with this as well if you're wanting to completely get rid of this parasitic energy. I feel like they're reaching out to kind of say, hey, if you want this. Now, I will say you probably need to at least be familiar with their energy. Don't just like say, hey, yeah, I want to do this. You're going to have to be respectful in that manner. But I do think they could be very helpful with this as well. I feel like with the searching for my grail, I feel like there's I'm seeing a big Ace of Cups. And I feel like there is a bigger focus for you. There is a larger almost calling for you in your life. And it feels like a wish fulfillment. And it has to do with you making room in your life for it. And it's connected to this creative energy. And it's very strong. You have a gift, some kind of gift or ability that's connected to this grail. And you're on the journey of this, of discovery about your creative self, about this dream, this goal, this ability. And for a lot of you, this drain is part of what's keeping you from being able to drink from that grail. All right? Okay, group one, that's what I received. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group 2, all of you that selected Dracula and the Moon, this is going to be your reading all about who or what is draining your energy. All right, so keep in mind this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so let's get some archetype cards first and find, oops, well maybe not. I guess I'll get these first. I just spilled all these cards, so I guess these want to come out first. So let's shuffle them up. Tell me all about who or what is draining my group two's energy. Can you see your card? I think so. Okay. Well, these fell out. There's quite a few of those, so I'm going to shuffle those back into the deck. Okay, tell me who or what is draining my group two's energy. Who or what is draining my group two's energy? Who or what is draining my group two's energy? Who or what? Okay, we have boundary. Okay. We have cycles. We have depth. Okay. Now let's get some of these. Let's get some of these cards. Tell me who or what is draining my group two's energy. Group one was about cycles. 2. Tell me more about my group 2. Who or what is draining their energy? Who or what is draining their energy? That's too many. That's just right. Okay, we have damsel. And we have femme fatale in the negative. So I'm going to read the shadow attributes. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. And then we had this damsel came out upright. It says independent and lots of other stuff that I can't read. Let me get my candle. Let's see here. Come on now. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So independent, right? An independent energy. And then we have femme fatale in the negative. Okay. Very interesting. Who or what is draining your energy? Pull some. Well, that didn't even shuffle, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. Help your Auntie AB shuffle this deck. Okay, well, vampire just flopped out because we have vampire. We have parasite, cut the cord. We have, this. And then we have, okay, I'm not gonna put that other one over there. We'll put this one right over here too. But you get the gist of it, right? You get the gist. We have sibling, aunts and uncles. You got some people talking about you, right? That always seems to come out of nowhere. Okay. You. Let me get some more energy here. I'm picking up on a few things. This wants to come out. We have transformation. Becoming me. Ooh. Someone doesn't like you. They don't like to use, not to lose time. Okay. I feel a jealousy here that's draining. All right. They're jealous of you. The you you've become. Well, I dropped those. I guess we're not going to use those. The you you've become. They don't like it. They don't like this you. And they are judging you severely. I feel like you've gotten out of a cycle, or you're leaving a cycle of like self-hatred or self-denial, or just really being overly self-critical or self-perfection. And you stop looking at yourself through judgmental eyes, or at least not as much. Okay. And it's made you kind of like, well, not made you. It's like you see your own attraction to a degree, or you're becoming more attractive, or people are becoming more aware of how attractive you are. All right. And there's some jealousy here. There's some like, I want to be that. I want to do that. Like, how did that happen? And I feel like there's some lying going on. Event, gathering, party planner. I feel like there's someone that's jealous of attention that you get. And I feel like you have some femme fatale kind of energy, and it doesn't matter what your gender is. Um, but, and you may not have had this all along, but it's kind of happened because of the work you've done. And this person doesn't like it. They don't like it. And it's almost like they're trying to leech off of you. Energy drain, vampire, leech. I didn't see the card. Bloodsucker, vampire. I feel like they're trying to leech off you. It could be the way you look. It could be the way you do your job. It could be the way you do your family. And it could be a sibling, okay? It could be a friend that feels like a sibling. It could be an auntie or someone who's like an auntie. It could be someone a little older as well. But I don't feel like that's going to be for many of you. Um, you know, for some of you, it feels gross because it feels like that auntie, older person vibe, which I feel like, why are you jealous of someone who is so much younger than you? Like, that's gross. That's gross. Like, don't you know who the fuck you are? Okay, we have karaoke night, singing, dancing, music playing. Jealous of your talent, of your abilities, what you can do, how you stand out. Some of you have gone very deep to start bringing out this talent, this ability. And some of them didn't know you had this. They didn't really know how bright you could shine. And they want that for themselves, okay? And I feel like for some of you, like they've tried to almost like steal it from you, if that makes sense, take it from you in some way. And I feel like for some, sorry, I'm wiggling around my chair. For some of you, like they try to steal the spotlight from you, maybe at family gatherings or at work gatherings or friend gatherings or just in general, like online or whatever, okay? They try to steal your thunder. Some of them may even copy you. It can be very draining to have someone like this in your life because you feel like every time you do something, this person's like doing it too. This person's like copying it. They're always asking you where you get your stuff. And then they buy it. And this isn't just like one of your friends like, oh, I like your shoes. Where'd you get it? No, it's like someone who is actively like trying to be you at times almost. Now, if this is a sibling, this is someone who is actively jealous of what you have going on. Maybe they're married with kids and all that stuff, and you're having a happy life, living out, trying to go for your dreams or living out your talent. Maybe you have a super happy relationship. Maybe you have no kids or whatever. Maybe vice versa, whatever it is, and there's just jealousy. And I feel like this person's like a lump, a stone, a rock. Like I'm seeing someone throw a rock into water and they just sink. They just sink the energy. That is a form of draining energy. It's someone who can walk into a room and zap all the energy. Listen, I know someone like this. They were very close to me at one time. They just, when they walk into a room, all the energy bottoms out. Okay, that is an energetic or emotional vampire type energy, vampiric parasitic energy. They just drop the energy, or they get all the energy on them by talking about a lot of like negative things, talking shit, talking smack, or just in general riling up the room in a negative way. It reminds me of what's his name? Colin from What We Do in the Shadows, that Psy vampire stuff. It's kind of, I mean, I would say not to that extreme, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's someone who just sucks the life out of a room. And I feel like this person, they may be able to do that. Like they just Everyone's happy, probably vibing with you, and they're just a Debbie Downer. They just come in and they're like, oh, well, did you hear? Blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, that sucks. And the thing is that I feel like a lot of people around you see this. They see this person, right? They know they're doing it, but they don't know how to stop it. Just like you know they're doing it, but you're probably like, are they draining me? Like, is this an issue? Yes, it is. It is an issue. How do you stop somebody like this? Like, what do you do? What do you do? Well, let's pull some tarot here. I'm going to pull from this deck. Tell me more about this person. Don't feel sorry. Don't feel sorry for this person, okay? They could very well take control of their own lives and do their own thing. And what do? They bitch and moan and copy and complain. This person doesn't know who they are. And if something isn't done, they never will. So sometimes people we care about need a little shove. They need to know their place. They need to know that they'll never be you. And they need to stop stepping on your toes. And for some of you, they suck the life out of you. Like after you're around them, you can only be around them for a while before they start to do this to you. When you have good news, they go low. They never clap for you. They're never happy for you, but they expect you to be happy for them. And when you're not like sunshine surprise whenever they have good news, they're like, what's your problem? Well, my problem is you're never happy for me. Why are you happy? Why should I be happy for you? If you meet them with the same energy, they can't handle it. Okay, we have the Daughter of Grails and the Daughter of Knives. Ooh, water sign and air sign. Maybe this represents both of you. Yeah, I feel that. The Daughter of Grails could never be a Daughter of Knives. She just doesn't have it, right? But in the same regard, the Daughter of Knives could never be a Daughter of Grails. She just doesn't have that. This person isn't willing to see their own magic. They want yours. We have the Four of Skulls here. This person doesn't feel like they have enough. Enough love, enough money, enough anything. They're not enough. They don't feel like they're enough. We have the Queen of Scepters. Because you got that thing. Queen of Wands energy. Like you have charisma, you have talent, you catch people's eye, and it doesn't matter what you look like, okay? You just have a magnetism about you. You have this ability to communicate with people. You have this ability, you have a strong voice. Whatever your ability or talent is, like, you got that thing. People want to be around you. This Grail energy feels very heavy. It feels very dark. It feels like all this person feels is lack because they compare themselves to everyone else, especially you. We have the Queen of Skulls here. We have the Ace of Grails. That's you. That's your energy. Oh, well, they threw these off the table. Aren't they hateful? We have the Three of Skulls in reverse. Wow, these got thrown out in reverse. I'm going to take the Queen of Grails in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the Five of Skulls. The Four of Skulls, the Five of Skulls, the Queen of... this is like... This person does not have any hope, okay, that they can do on their own. They don't believe in themselves. They don't want to work for it. They don't want to invest what you have in what, like college or training or whatever it is you've done. Okay, they don't want to invest time, money, resources. They don't want to do the work. Okay, they are not hopeful of their situation. They don't have the same amount of sparkle, sparkle, if you will. Um, and they definitely are not like, there's some image issues. Okay, I would say I'm not a professional, like, I don't diagnose people of things, but it feels like body dysmorphia. I just say that because I have some of that too, y'all. So I know what it feels like, okay? It feels like they have some of that going on, like they don't know who they are. Um, and it feels like something literally like a heaviness upon them. Like I said before, like there's sense of heaviness upon their heart chakra. Like they have a lot of, I think they have an overactive mind that thinks about their lack. How, like, they're not as pretty, they're not as smart, they're not as handsome. They didn't get the same opportunities as you, although I don't know where that's coming from. There's a lot of self-delulu going on with this person. Um, because I do think this person has talent. I do think this person has ability. But I think they're so other focused on like you and other people that they don't even give themselves time to see it. Instead, their lack is like a vortex. This heaviness in their heart is like a vortex. And that is where they leech energy off other people. And people around them feel it. And here's the thing, you can't fix this. This is not yours to fix. This is not your monkey. It's not your duck, as I say, as I've heard the kiddos say back in the day. This is not your issue, okay? And whether you stay like friends or whatever the deal is with this person, they're going to talk about you. They're going to drain you. They're vampiric, okay, in nature. And some of them know it. They've become aware that they do this, and they're okay with it. Some of them go to like holy places to feed. Like they have no shame. They don't go to celebrations to enjoy it. They go there to get their fill and that void in their heart. This person's heartsick. And what they need, they can't get outside themselves. They're going to have to heal that shit from their heart chakra. And it's a hard road. So this is a situation where, you know, you have someone close to you in your close proximity who actively, you know, has this leeching energy. So what do? You have to protect yourself. You have to get more proactive with your boundaries. I'm not suggesting go no contact, but I am suggesting you don't let this bitch in your house. Don't invite them to your work. Don't invite them to your activities. Don't invite, like if you're a singer, this is just an example. Don't invite them to your singing events. Don't invite them to where your band plays. Don't invite them to your art exhibits. Don't invite them to anything where you are doing something you love and you're happy. If you get a new house, don't invite them. Here's the thing. They'll talk about you, but they'll say things like about you not inviting them, which is factual facts. It's not gossip, it's a fact. And when they're talking about factual facts, a parasite like this understands it's not the same kind of feed. It's true. You've slanted the trash talking. And the more of those kind of things you can do that are factual facts, boundaries. I put up a boundary and they walk over it. That's a factual fact. More factual facts you give this person, and you be very straight with this person, the harder it is for them to whip up the bullshit. Because you're staring this very delulu person in the face with truth. The more truth spoken, the more truth they have to deal with, the more justice. And you also disarm the delusions. And that's very important. If you have other people who come to you and say, well, so-and-so said this, you counter that with truth. It's not an argument. It's not a gossip session. It's truth. It's factual facts. Some of you guys have probably gone about this by like, I'm not going to feed it. I'm not going to feed it. Well, with this person, neglecting it is feeding it. It feeds on negativity. So if you neglect it, it'll feed. It won't die out. It'll grow bigger. So what do? You make it face truth. These are the factual facts. It's not gossip. It's truth. It's what actually happened. So there's no gossip here. It's truth. That is something that this kind of vampiric energy cannot deal with. Okay, let's get a couple more cards here. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, okay. How many is that? That's probably enough. Okay. Okay, we have surrender, letting go, trust, expansion. Beast, conflict, competition, oppressors. And ascension, transformation, end of cycle, beginnings. I'm feeling like you can't take this person with you where you're going. 33 is master number, so look for threes, 33, 333, 333. Those are going to be numbers of alignment for you for this next cycle that you're going to be getting this next transformation. We have a butterfly. Butterflies are going to be signs for you as well. Listen, trust. Trust where you're being guided. I know that it is hard, especially now. Okay? Trust where spirit guides you when dealing with this person in this situation. Okay? This person, do not trust them or anything they say. Okay? Meet them with truth if you're drawn to do that. Understand that this is probably something, this level of jealousy, this level of people trying to steal from you or take from you. When you are talented and when you're trying to do something like transform, ascend, people who see themselves as someone who is not able to do this will often hate on and be jealous of those who are, because they see themselves as someone who is not able to do that. And it's not true. They are absolutely able to do what you're doing, but they have to do the work. And many of them are not willing at this time to do the work. And it takes time, it's hard. What you've done is hard. And that's why it's so rewarding, or it's going to be so rewarding. I feel like you're heading to a place in your life of like deep fulfillment. This isn't just like, oh, I get $1 million, which $1 million isn't $1 million anymore. But, where I get financial stability and blah, blah, blah. I'm emotionally fulfilled by what I do. Like, I love what I do. That is huge. That's a huge thing to be able to say, I love and appreciate what I do. And I feel like, for you, I think you would love and appreciate what you do, even if you didn't make anything doing it. That's how you know you love it. And when you do things from that place, from that creative place, a lot of beautiful things can be born from that. And one of those things is abundance. And I feel like this energy of conflict and this jealousy around competition, I feel like as far as your energy goes, you're really out of that. Like, you're not really trying to compete with nobody. You're just trying to do your thing. And the problem is that people are going to compete with you. You're the competition. And others already see it. And it's hard because I don't feel like you see other people as competition. I don't see like other readers on YouTube as competition. I feel like there's room for us all, you know. I see them as friends, as allies, as colleagues. I don't see them as competition because I feel like we all have different talents and abilities, and you know, but I know that other readers see other readers as competition, and I don't really understand that. So it's I think that's something that is so honestly passe and very petty. Um, we're all in this together, right? And I feel that from you. I feel this energy of like we're all in this together. Like, why are we competing? That's just stupid. That's just dumb, you know. And I feel that with you because you have a very, like, your consciousness is expanded. And I feel a lot of Sagittarius and Jupiter energy with you. I feel a lot of Pisces here. I feel some Scorpio water element here, water, some Cancer. Um, I feel this almost like dreamy, Neptune. You might have some kind of weird or strong or some kind of like I don't know. The word Kazami is coming in with it, but there's maybe some kind of strong, like something in your natal chart, okay, that's a very strong aspect that has this energy. I feel like it's almost like you are or you have discovered the secret of having a happy life, and that is finding something you're passionate about. And you know, passion for the people you love is one thing. It's wonderful to have, it's part of having a happy life. But also, it's good to have things like an activity or a talent or ability that you're passionate about as well. You know, it makes life beautiful. And I feel that here. So, group Group two, I highly encourage you to continue on your journey. Don't allow people like this to drain your energy. In fact, I encourage you to actively seek out ways in which to protect your energy more, in which people like this they're not even gonna come near you. So you may need to set up warding, or you may need to have more guardian energy, maybe angelics or other spirits will come towards you, maybe a new familiar, but have more guardian energy around you. Have more protections around you. Even in your house, set up more protections, okay? Because I feel like for you, you're going to attract people who think they're competing with you, people who try to dull your shine. And you don't have time for that. You're on to bigger and better things. And I feel that here. And I just want to encourage you to not give up. Whatever you're doing, keep doing. Okay? Because I feel like once you get a handle on this, you're going to feel your inspirations rise. Okay? You're going to feel a new passion to go after what you want. I feel like your personal relationships, like if your relationship, like your love relationship has felt a little, I feel like it's going to get a resurge of power, all from better protections. Okay. It may be that you don't have any protections at all. Time to set some up. Okay. Time to work with the energies you work with and set some up. Do some research. It's important to find what works for you. There's all sorts of things out there. Prayer, you know, if you pray, if you chant, spell work. There's tons of different spells you can do. Warding is good. Setting up a boundary. Some people use brick dust around their house. Some people use mirrors. There's mirror magic you can do around your house. There's bubbling. There's just all sorts of things. And I encourage you to add different layers of protection. Okay. They can be very helpful, and you never have too much protection. All right. You never have too much. So always keep that in mind. And if you get the intuitive hit that, hey, I need more protections, you need more protections. Okay. All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I really enjoyed doing this reading. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is going to be your reading all about who is draining your energy, or what is draining your energy, and what you can do about it. All right, so keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. All right, so let me adjust all my cords here. And let's pull some cards and find out who or what is draining your energy. All right, who or what is draining my group 3's energy? Who or what is draining my group 3's energy? Who or what is draining my group 3's energy? Who or what is draining my group 3's energy? Okay. We have cycles. Cycles has been a theme today. So that's really interesting that you get cycles. We have defeat. Feeling defeated. Okay, I've been there. I think it's going around. I think the defeat energy is going around. You are not alone, okay? I want this card. We have doubt. We have opposition. Yeah, I feel this. You guys, you are not alone. I think a lot of people are being drained by just awarenesses. A lot of people are, especially, this is a timeless reading, but this is going on during a Venus retrograde and a Mercury retrograde, and everything's crazy. Okay? It's timeless, but you get the gist. And I feel like there is heavy emotional energy here. Like a lot of emotional patterning is coming to the surface. It has to do with relationships, has to do with career, it has to do with family and friends. It's different for each one of you, but it's very heavy. And it's laced with a sense of defeat and doubt. Like, I can never get anywhere. I can never get over the hill. I can never accomplish what I want to. It seems out of reach for me. I work very hard at this. I put my all into it. And I don't know. It just never seems to happen for me. And I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I am so drained by the end of the day. All I want to do is go home and go to sleep. I don't have any energy for my kids or my fur babies, or to have a life, or to have friends. For some of you, like, you're so drained in your relationship that you don't even have the energy to have important conversations. Some of you guys, you're needing like emotion from your partner, or your partner's needing more emotion from you. And it's just like right now you're not receptive, or you don't have it to give. You're kind of doubting things like, is this working? Are we working? Perhaps you're alone and you're just like, I'm going to be alone forever. Like, there's no one for me. There's just a lot of like doubt, a big sense of defeat. And I think this is information that's coming in from the environment, and it's from repetitive messages that it feels like patterns you've gotten that you think you've perceived from like the universe or spirits or just people around you have been telling you over and over. Like, I get it. It's not for me. It's for other people, but it's fucking not for me. So whatever. We're gonna pull from this deck. No, no, not that one. This one. Okay. So this feels terrible. It feels awful. I feel like I don't want to get out of bed. You guys may be depressed. You may be struggling with depression, isolation. You may just be like, you know what? I don't want to have happy family time. I don't want to have movie night with my spouse. I may not want, I don't want to date. I don't want to go out with anyone. I just want to isolate and be alone. Because when you're alone, no one's going to hurt you, right? You're safe there. You're safe in isolation. You don't have to answer to anyone. You're so drained. Some of you guys have overgiven to a situation and you're not getting the same in return. And it feels like, well, they don't care about me the way I care about them. It's a lot of like, I don't want to repeat another cycle at a job, with a person, in a situation. We have water. What you feel. Ooh, it's deep. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of emotion. Like deep. It's this defeat is like sorrow. It feels sorrowful because it's like, I don't want to feel defeated. I don't want to feel this doubt. I want to feel something else. It's as if you're being forced to deal with these emotions that you don't want to. And listen, if you're depressed, please seek professional help. Okay, I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. All right. And I will say this. You can get in your bed and hide away. It's not going to change the situation. Okay. There comes a time in your life where you have to face what you feel in order to heal it, in order to go on. And you have to figure out, why do you feel so defeated? Where is the doubt coming from? Why do you feel like everything is so difficult? Why is everything feel like you're walking in taffy all the time? Like it's not mud, it's fucking taffy. Why is everything so draining to do? Why does it take everything from me to do things and then I can't accomplish anything? Why does it feel like I don't get anything in fucking return? We have signs. Messages are to be seen and heard. We have flight. Let's rise into the sky. And then we have the mirror, escaping my own image. Oh, that's tea. That's tea. That's tea, okay? Now listen. Listen, you guys, it's possible for us to be in our own drain, okay? You are going to have to, I know. There are some things about yourself that you need to see. First of all, you're not in a good receptive place. So you're not able to feel the good emotions that people send you. I said it. I meant it. Listen to me. I said, you are not able to feel the good emotions when they're sent to you. In other words, when someone says, thank you, do you feel it? Or is it just words? When someone says to you, I love you, do you feel it or is it words? There's a difference. Depends on who says it. I bet you don't really feel it. There's something going on here with your heart chakra, okay? Your sacral, your root. And you're tired. You have got to find some time for yourself where you're not hiding, where you're not withdrawing, but you're giving to yourself. There's a difference between withdrawing and actively taking care of and nurturing yourself. How do you stop draining yourself? You start nurturing yourself instead of withdrawing. When you start nurturing yourself for real, not in an addictive way, that's not nurturing. Going into addictive patterns isn't nurturing. Okay? It does something to your heart chakra, especially if you have a lot of damage there. You start feeling things. And some of them will shock you. You'll feel love in a different way. You'll also feel pain in a different way. And that's not a bad thing. Emotions are what make us human. You feel defeat. You feel doubt. You feel this opposition because you don't allow yourself to feel the good, the love, the thank you. When you win, you don't count it. You don't count the wins. And you need to. You need to let those things sink through your skin into your heart. Because your heart needs that. It's hard to open up your heart to being receptive when it's been so neglected. A neglected heart, all it can feel is defeated and sad and sorrowful and painful and hollow. All it feels is drained. In order to kind of like heal that up, you have to love on yourself. You can't look to other people to do that. They don't even know what you're going through. How would they know? They're not mind readers. You have to love yourself. If you have doubt and defeat and opposition because you're not satisfied in a relationship or a job or something like that, you need to take some time, love on yourself before you make any decisions. Because I feel like you are not seeing clearly. You're seeing from a place of lack, and that lack is within yourself. And any good that's coming to you is being drained right from you. Because you don't let yourself feel good. You don't let yourself feel like a winner ever. You don't let yourself feel loved pretty much ever. You don't take it in. You don't let people love on you. You don't accept things from other people who mean good intentions. Not everybody has good intentions, and you know that. But you take this to an extreme almost. There is some truth that you need to see. Sorrow. I saw it once, and it was like an ocean that can be a river. And it flows through our heart, and it affects everything in our life, and it drains us of joy, of happiness. It steals our life from us. Many times when you carry this level of sorrow, it comes from a very real place, a place of pain, a place of suffering, a place where you were told that you weren't enough, a place where you were made to feel small and insignificant. And there's a healing there that you can give to yourself when you honor that. It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to be mad. It's okay for you to have a voice. You matter. Your needs, your wants, your desires matter. You have to stop making yourself small to make things more comfortable for other people. You matter. Say it with me. I matter. I matter. How I feel matters. What I've been through matters. Sorrow is like a memory unexpressed. And when you begin to express, it dries up. When you begin to say, that hurt me. You hurt my feelings. I'm scared. I don't want to do that anymore. Or I'm afraid that you're going to leave me. Or I can't stand my job. Things that really bring the ocean to like a high tide. Let the emotion. I'm seeing like an ocean full of all kinds of things, representing different things that cause the sorrow, the pain, the suffering that bubbles up into the sorrow. That is draining. It's draining to have this within you, unexpressed. Start writing it. You don't have to say things to people. I'm not saying to crack open your wounds, but give yourself permission to speak, to say, to express. Write it down. Hide it. Get rid of it safely. Record it in your phone and delete it. Don't send it. But give yourself relief from this overwhelming feeling. Because believe me, the intensity of this drain will begin to heal once you give voice. Sorrow can't really live in a space where you are actively engaging the source of it, because it shrinks it down. You begin to understand, oh, that's why I feel that way. Oh, I feel so much better once I've expressed myself. Also, like writing things down, recording them, whatever, helps you get clarity, especially if you want to talk to somebody. Especially if you don't want to be misunderstood. Because I feel like some of you guys are really focused on, I don't want to be misunderstood. I don't want someone to get mad at me. Here's the thing. You have to release that. You have to release that shit. People may get mad at you. And that's okay. You can't control how people react. So what if they get mad? Are you afraid someone might leave you or cut off contact with you because of what you say. If they do, they weren't your people. If people cut off your contact because of something you say or do, your time with them is over. Be at peace. And I know that's very hard. It's a very hard thing. Believe me, I know. But you have to release it. You have to release things. When you hold on to these things, it creates more turmoil. It creates more of a drain on your energy. When you release it to the spirit, to the universe, to whatever, and you just accept, this is the way things are. This is the way things have to be for me to be mentally well, emotionally well, physically well. It brings a kind of tranquility. Yeah, there may be less people in your life, but there may be more peace in your life. There may be less doubt in your life and more room for you to receive success, receive love of all types, from all different kinds of people. It opens the door to allowing people in your life and possibility. Sorry, my tongue's a bit heavy. It's like you rise out of this place of sorrow, and the heart begins to heal. Because you're no longer hiding and withdrawing. You're actively engaging yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're expressing. And you're releasing and allowing the universe to bring things to you. Now, I'm not saying that this is easy. It's not. Because there's a lot of heavy energy here. But it all starts with like a baby step. It all starts with the willingness to see truth in yourself. The willingness to like hold the mirror up to your face. And see our own toxicity and the way we allow things to drain our energy. Unattended things. Things that run rampant in our minds. I'm not saying that there isn't people in your life who are potentially draining. But this is focused on how you allow things to drain your own energy. And how you can stop that. How you can heal that and move forward. Let's pull some tarot. Where is the tarot I want to pull from? I have all these cards on the table. And let me see. We'll pull these. Nope. We're going to pull these. Okay. Okay, tell me more about my group 3. You need to give yourself a break. There is more to life. There's a whole big world out there. It feels like you emotionally torment yourself a lot. The woulda, coulda, shoulda situation. We have the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. There's that fight. You're a fighter. You're a fighter. And you really want a new beginning. You're fighting for your new beginning, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. I'm overwhelmed. I'm emotionally overwhelmed. I'm reading this traditionally and intuitively, and we have no reversals. We have an Ace of Swords. We have 2 aces here. And we have the 8 of Cups. And we have the 2 of Cups. Listen, there is a new beginning coming for you, okay? And a breakthrough. A new beginning, a breakthrough. And first of all, this feels like in an area of competition. So probably in this area you feel defeated. So for some of you, this is like career. Okay. You have got to stop comparing yourself to other people in your work. Now, this could be like what you do for a living, or it could be your side hustle, or it could be your dream. So use your own discernment here. But it's in the area where you compare yourself, your work, your vision, what you do. Stop it. Stop comparing yourself to other people. They have a whole other situation. They have a whole other thing. You are uniquely you. Don't think about the past, about all the things you've done that didn't work out. Don't think about it. Those were learning lessons. Those were lessons learned. You're doing something else. Your journey is not theirs. They're on their own journey, doing their own thing. Your journey is different. Allow yourself to have a new beginning. Allow yourself to have a chance. How do you do that? Stop comparing yourself to other people. This breakthrough with the Two of Cups. I feel like this overwhelming feeling that you may have about your relationships. All these cups, full of all these emotions of doubt. Probably defeat and opposition in your love relationships, your friendships, even your family. Not being heard, not feeling important. It feels like there's a breakthrough there. Tell me about it. This one right here. Oh. The Seven of Wands. 77 is going to be a number of alignment. It really feels like this wall, this distance, this space that you have or are trying to create between you and love, there's going to be a breakthrough in that. I feel a cutting of that. I feel a like spirit, the universe, whatever, coming in and saying, you know, you can't do this anymore. Like, people love you. People care about you. And you hide from this because you're overwhelmed by it, because you're feeling. And we need you, instead of hiding away, we need you to get in receivership of this energy. You're meant to have it and to hold it. And it's meant to make you happy, to help you be happy. Because you're able to feel more than sorrow now. You guys have had some kind of like leveling up of your psychic, intuitive ability. Because you're actually feeling the depths of your sorrow more. That's part of this drain. You're not realizing that if you'll get into the receptive energy of receiving, if you'll allow the shift to happen, you're going to feel love. You're going to feel connection so deeply that at first it may scare you a little bit because you've never felt that before. It's new. And now, like psychically, you're going to feel psychic impressions so intensely. 77, it's divine, baby. You've been blessed by divinity with a leveling up of these abilities. But it's time for you to allow the good to come in. And you have to be willing to bring down the wall. You have to be willing to not retract your energy. The universe, the energies at play here are not going to force it upon you. You have to come to the door and let them in. That's part of transmuting energies, is you have to be willing to do the work. And part of the work is coming to the door and being willing to say, okay, I am in receivership of energies. And instead of being active, you become receptive. I will tell you, it is hard. It's very difficult to get into this energy, okay? We're not really, like, in general, we're not really trained for this, okay? It's a different feeling. It's where you allow flow to happen. You get in a flow, okay? Now, doing this requires for you to take good care of yourself and nurture yourself, love yourself. It requires you to do less active things and allow the universe to speak to you, to guide you. You must listen to your intuition, your intuitive hits, your psychic hits. And what do? You follow them. Okay? It's action, but it's not really big action. Okay? It's usually very small things like getting into receptive energy. They're going to tell you how to get into receptive energy. Does that make sense? Like, you're going to listen and say, hey, I'm getting into receptive energy. Then the energies around you will guide you on how to get into receptive energy. And there may be some shifting. There may be some new guides. There may be some things, they may want you to sit in the sun safely. They may want you to get in the water. They may want you to eat a different kind of fruit. They may want you to do some things, but they're not like going actively after a goal. They're not aggressive actions. They're very much nurturing. They're very much as you're receiving information and guidance from the powers that be that you work with. It's a different kind of energy. And if you've never been in it, it feels very weird. And you get in flow. You allow your guides, your spirit guides, to speak with you and help get you in flow. Example is my readings are a lot about flow. Like when I am here, this is part of being and receiving energy. Like when I am here, I am here. There is nothing else going on. I am here in this moment with you. I am totally in flow. And spirit speaks through me. I'm just a radio. That's part of it. That's part of how flow works. And this is where you're going to shine. This is where you're going to get powerful, intuitive thoughts and inspirations. It's where you're going to find powerful connections. It's really where the opposite of defeat happens. It's where you'll get information on success with relationships and with your career and things. And the drain will cease to exist. It will just heal up. It will not be there anymore. It's a magical thing. It's a miraculous thing. And it happens very quickly when you get into flow. Be in flow as often as you can. Now, I understand we have to work for money, and things like that. But flow, once you engage flow on a regular basis, you can activate it very easily. Flow can be something as like, you can be in flow reading a book. You can be in flow playing with your kids. It really is about you being in the moment and being connected and being aware of that, being in an awareness of the state. It's very powerful. Okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful reading. I really enjoyed doing this one for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.